Hello and welcome to another episode of Peter Plays Guitar. In today's episode, we're going to talk all about writing music and how I'm using this tool to help me find inspiration. Sit back, relax, let's get into it. Alright, so what my plan is I'm going to select a random key and I'm going to pick 3 chords out of that key and create some sort of music out of that. Now, if you're anything like me, you're sometimes guilty of playing in the same key using the same chords. So I came up with this little tool to help me randomly select some chords. So on the outer ring, I have all of our keys. And on the inner ring, I have the Roman numerals 1 through 7, which are going to represent the chords within that key. So on the first spin, I select my key, and on the next 3 spins, I'm selecting the chord within that key. And if you're not familiar with music theory, I wrote it out on the whiteboard as well. For this example, I wrote out the key of B flat, and these are all my chords in that key, numbered 1 through 7. So I spin my wheel, I select my key, which is B flat. I then wrote out all the chords 1 through 7, and then I spun the wheel, and depending on which Roman numeral I landed on, I select a chord. Now, if you want to do something like this yourself, you don't have to go through all the trouble that I did making this little wood wheel. It was kind of fun, and I enjoy making little projects here and there. So I had a little bit of motivation and decided to make this. But if you want to do this at home, you could literally just type in all of the chords in the key of C. And then you could write them out on some flashcards, shuffle them up, pick 3 chords. This is obviously a lot more work, but it was fun. So with all that said, let's pick a key and 3 chords. Alright, so we got the key of B flat. First chord is going to be D minor. Second chord is E flat major. And the third chord is G minor. First thing we're going to do is tune our guitar. I will point out that I'm doing a voiceover because while I was recording myself playing guitar, I was really sick and couldn't talk. Now the first thing I'm doing here is really just, oh no, I'm actually just doing my nails. Yep, broke another one. Okay, so I started to just write out an idea of how I might arrange a little bit of a song. So I broke it up into a couple sections. I start slow, I get fast. I went from using 2 of the chords I chose to using 3. And now in this first section, I chose to use D minor and G minor. And I'm just kind of playing around with different voicings on the guitar. Since there is more than just one way to play any given chord, I was just playing around a bit and seeing what combination I liked. And since I'm playing in a key I don't normally, there's some sour notes. Now the main difference here with the next section is that I chose to use 3 chords. Yeah, obviously I liked that combination. Again, I don't normally play in B flat, so this is a good exercise for me. Okay, moving on. Now for this section, I had the idea that I was going to pick up the pace a bit, and I just decided to go with 2 chords. I also thought it'd be a good idea to bring back the flamenco strumming pattern that I did a couple weeks ago. And for the outro, I really wanted to find just some thick sounding voicings. Ooh, yeah. Just wanted to add a little different rhythm to each section to make it feel like the song moves forward. The second day, I came back and decided I wanted to add some electric guitar. So I started by just trying to listen to what I had recorded the day before and just adding in some melody. So this is for the section I would call the verse. Chorus. I had the idea to do a little solo in the faster section. The solo that you'll hear during the quicker part was not improvised. Maybe it was improvised a little, but I did try to map it out ahead of time. That's the note I was searching for. All right, so to give you a quick recap of everything I've done so far, I chose a key, I chose 3 chords out of that key, and then I wrote out a rough form of a song, the order of the chords for each section, and added some rhythm to each section, keeping in mind that I wanted the middle of the song to feel like I was at a peak and it had a lot of energy, and then to drop back down at the end. After I did all of that, I practiced the classical guitar part for a little while and then recorded that. I got out my electric guitar and added a second layer with a little bit of melody. Overall, I think it was a really good exercise because there were some times when I hit some sour notes, so clearly I did need to spend some time getting outside of the key of G. I hope you enjoy what I came up with. Please subscribe to the channel. Till next time.